and welcome here in La Token Venture Capital TV. My name is Javier. I'll be your moderator for today. And like every session, we bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions you want to hear about. Today, have a great show prepared for you because there was actually a competition of the best questions for the project that we are going to introduce today. But before we move on to that, I'd just like to remind you that you can subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can have not only giveaways, but receive great content and always updates of different projects coming on. And during all our sessions, you get to hear it directly from the CEOs or the relevant speakers. Also, follow us on our socials like Facebook and Twitter. If you're watching us on YouTube, then again, just press the subscribe button. As an important reminder, anything mentioned here in this show is not any type of financial advice. Do your research before making a decision. Is your choices and your responsibility. So, with that said, I would like to bring in our guest for today. Please welcome Thagan from Avoteo. Thagan, welcome. How are you?
Hello, Xavier. I'm very glad to be here. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on the show and to have the possibility to talk about Avoteo in front of the community. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here and to have the opportunity to do that.
Great. Diane, we're going to divide this show in two parts. One of it is questions, which are directed to our viewers to learn more about your project. That will be general questions. And the second
Well,
part are those traders that submitted their questions beforehand, and these are the winners. The winners will be later announced and obviously accorded and contacted with the reward that they earned. Yeah, we
yeah.
will identify based on the email. So to start, let's go back to basics. Fagan, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit more about yourself and the team behind this project.
Of course, sure. My name is Fagan Korbanov, obviously, and I'm the CEO of the Avoteo SL, which is a company founded in Spain, Mallorca, in Palma, actually. And this is the company behind the project. And me, myself, I'm 40 years old and I currently based in Germany. I live in Germany. So some people may ask why the company is in Spain. Is due to some regulations in crypto. And it's a little bit easier to handle the things in Spain at this time, but you still have the security of European Union regulations. And yes, we decided to go to this country. Besides the nice weather and the sunshine that we also love,
That also helps.
and yeah, of course, it's it's not harming. Yeah, we have a team that you can see on our website, but just to mention some persons, we have, for example, Dmitry Pichkurov, who is responsible for IT. He is doing all the technical stuff in the background. And Luca Morandi, very well known in the Italian community. He's actually responsible for our social media marketing, and of course, he's invested in the project as well. When it comes to numbers, we have Arvin on our side. He's a genius, and obviously, numbers are his métier, and he's working on it. And for example, Luca Greco, we have two Lucas. He is responsible more for our appearance on different resources trackers, and he's writing articles for our medium postings and press releases and everything. So rest of the team is working behind the scenes as well, like support, communication, and everything that has to be done. Some members are not too much active yet because they are going to be more active when our actual product, the platform, is live. Some advisors that we have in our team when it comes to legal questions and yeah, financial advisory and everything. So we are pretty well. We have a pretty good team to handle any question that might come up in the future.
Okay, thank you, Fagan, for that. Now, let's jump in more about the project itself. And if you allow me, I
Yeah,
did
sure.
have a look at it, and I would
Mm.
like to share. Hope you're seeing crowdfunding meets crypto space. Crowdfunding,
Exactly.
crypto space, social media, and finance. That is a
Yes.
that is indeed very ambitious. Fagan, can you a little bit take us briefly about Avoteo? What is it?
Well, Avoteo is first of all, like we say on our website, is a vote. It's that's actually where the name is coming from. So it's a vote, and that's what it's all about. We just had the idea of providing a platform that is not only for crowdfunding, but is a way also entertaining. So we try to combine social networks, some elements of LinkedIn, some elements of Fever, some elements of Kickstarter, and combine it all in one platform. That's what we are trying to build, and that we are building now successfully. And at the end, it will be something where you go when you have an idea that might be not supported by banks or by traditional institutions because they have, for example, no experience with that, or they consider it a little bit risky. Like new things need some time to come up and to become well known. And yeah, those people can come to our platform and to present their ideas, their projects to the community. It's not necessarily a project from the crypto space. It can be any kind of project that you can think of. It can be an artist. It can be just a physical business from the real world. I say it can be a crypto business, whatever comes to your mind, because it's not up to us to decide on it. That's what it's all about. The community will decide. So you present your project in the best way that you are able to present. You can upload videos, you can upload business plans, you can provide documents, whatever you think, in your opinion, is the most necessary. Of course, we will guide the people and then give them some kind of guideline and to assist them. But at the end, the community will look at it and decide if they like the project or if they don't like the project. And they will giving them their votes, just like a simple like on Facebook or on other social media. And at the end of a certain period, we will pick the most voted projects and fund them out of the funding wallet that we have, that is filled constantly by any transaction that is done with our token. And these projects will be funded, and these projects will create a company, and they will allocate a certain share of the company to our TO. And we, in our place, we will distribute a part of this profit shares among the community and plus among the people who voted for this project.
Okay, I understood. Indeed, that's really interesting. I also noticed that you have obviously your own token. Now, how does that token get involved in the whole project and the ecosystem?
Well, the idea came up a while ago to build a platform like that, but we had issues to make this voting really secure, like to avoid false votings, to avoid fraud and everything. And here the blockchain came into the game, and it provides the security that is necessary for it. So, just to give a simple example, you are interested in investing in voting, first of all. So the first thing you have to do is to register on our platform, to sign up, obviously, and to go through a KYC process. Why KYC? Because we are going to share profit shares, and when it comes to money, you need to stick to some legal requirements. So it will be necessary to pass the KYC, and then you have to hold a certain amount of Evo token in your wallet. So you will be connected like on a DEX, for example. You connect your wallet, and our platform recognizes that you are holding the necessary amount to be able to vote. And this is set to 200 AVO token at the moment. This might be we might lower this amount as the token will rise in the price, because it's not our intention to make money with it, with the voting, but just to provide the security that only one account can vote only for a project, and not like, you create several wallets and to vote for a certain project to make it win. That's not the idea. So this is basically the use case of the Avo token, one of it. And the next use case will be that all the funded businesses that are funded by Avoteo in the future will accept Avo token as a currency to pay for this service at discounted rates. So you have next use case for it as well, and benefits from holding it, of course.
Okay, that does make sense. Now we know that there are other projects out there that also involve crowdfunding in a
Yeah.
certain way. Now, what
Mhm.
makes your project different so that investors can move forward and invest in it?
I think what is very unique about Avoteo is the fact that you don't go on our crowdfunding platform and just invest cash. Say you buy the necessary minimum amount of Avo token, and you have the same voting power like anyone else in the community. It doesn't matter if you have like the minimum amount or you are a big whale with a really big bag. You have the same voting power when it comes to voting for projects. So the big difference is that you don't have to invest real money. You don't have to invest money in startups that you don't really know if they will succeed or not. I mean, you believe to a certain level, but not everyone is able and willing to spend a lot of money on supporting startups. And in our case, you have the possibility to vote for several projects without spending money, actually.
Okay, thank you for that information. Now, I would like now to switch to some of the questions,
Yeah.
the best questions that we received, because it's quite a few. So,
Yeah.
so viewers, please bear with us. We will try to address all of them in within our time frame. Let's start with the first one. The first one,
Yes.
it consists of a few questions, but the first says, audit plays an important role in improving the stability of any project. Do you have an audit certificate, or are you doing an audit of your project to make it more secure and reliable? That's the first part.
Very interesting question. In spite of the fact that our token is not really complicated coding work, we have an audit ongoing by Certic. It's just in the making, and it should be finished in a couple of days and be visible on their website. So the short answer is yes, we are doing an audit just at this moment, and it will be available in a couple of days, like mentioned before.
Okay, great. We still in the same with the same person who made the topics. You guys are extremely transparent compared to many other projects. Your team is fully doxed on the website. You have a tokenomic breakdown, a public roadmap, etc. Why is transparency important to you?
Well, we are all believing that anyone who is investing in a kind of project, doesn't matter if it's Avoteo or something or some other project, has the right to know where the person is investing in. From the people who are behind this, over the actual product that they're providing, and until the plans that they have for the future. I mean, our investors and our community supports us really a lot. They trust us, and trust is at any stage for us, and in our opinion, is the most important thing when it comes to the area of crypto space. Even more because we obviously know that there are a lot of fraud products and a lot of scam projects out there that just after the money. Our goal is to build a long-term project, to build a project that will be there in 5 years, 10 years, and even longer. And this is all built on trust and transparency. So any information that we're able to give to our investors, we are always present and sharing this information at any time.
Okay, great. Let's jump on the second question. This is an interesting one. What's your plan to control the whale dump?
Well, that's another good question. And we have certain techniques that we have implemented in our early phases. We're now on our last ICO phase. We had 2 rounds before. It was a private sale, and round one where we was offering our token at lower prices. But to prevent a dump upon listing, first we have implemented vesting periods. So the tokens from the private sale are vested for almost a year altogether. So first tokens will be distributed after 9 months. In the second phase, it's also 1 year, but there the tokens will be distributed over in 25% tranches over 3 months periods altogether in 1 year.
Mhm.
And we have also had maximum invest amounts in this phases. So we have no huge whales in our investors, in our early investors who bought at a very low price. And actually, there's no one who would be able to have an amount big enough to dump on the price. And even if we have a big sale, it will be a transaction that will, in its place, fund the funding wallet and produce value for the project itself. So I think we are pretty much secure when it comes to the point of whale dumps
Okay, great,
in this
because
matter.
that's always a question that comes up as a
Yeah,
real a
yeah,
very valid one. Now,
yeah.
this other gentleman who submitted questions submitted 4 questions, so we're going to address them one by one.
Yeah.
Very proactive indeed. First one is, how does the voting criteria work in the Avoteo platform?
Yeah, I think that's a question I already replied before, actually. So it's all about the holding the minimum amount, and then you just go on our website and you browse through different projects. You look on them, you read, you gain all the information that you need. And if you think that's a project that might have a good idea, a good team behind it, and they have great chances for success, you just give your vote for them. And the amount of votes will be limited depending on the amount of projects that we have. Obviously, if the amount of projects will increase, we will increase the possibility of giving votes. So if we start at the beginning with, let's say, 10 votes in a month for the people that they can give, as the projects amount, contributed projects will increase, we will obviously also increase the amount of votes that you can give for it. So
Okay.
it's basically
Okay.
about it.
Okay, that's question number one. Or question number two. What is the different types of returns we can make through Avoteo?
Yeah, that's a good one. So the first thing is, of course, we have redistribution implemented in our tokenomics. So 3% of every transaction will be distributed among all the holders. And this is not limited, it's just written in our contract. The second thing is that you will be gaining passive income from the projects that share their profit with us. Like said before, we will distribute this a certain part of this amount among the community, amongst those people who are holding the tokens for a certain period of time. And another part will be distributed among the people who voted for the winning projects. So you have actually 3 ways how you can benefit from holding the Avo token in your wallet. And the next thing is, of course, hopefully, and this is the plan, that our token value will rise as well. So that's the last and fourth feature that will bring to the benefits to the investors.
Okay, thank you for that. Uh, let's continue to the excuse me, to the next question from the same
Yeah,
person. I like this question. Is there any cool features that
yeah.
Avoteo platforms use?
Of course, everything about Avoteo platform is very cool. So,
Good.
for example, one of the feature is the integrated skill marketplace that we will have in the platform. So it's not only about contributing projects, but let's say that you have a great idea, you know what you need, but you don't have the right persons for starting for making it real. So you can just place an announcement on your project site and say that you are searching, for example, for some IT guys, or researching for some designers, or researching for some engineers, whatever. And our community, they will obviously see that, and they can get in touch with the project and make a deal and see if how they can be involved in the project itself as a team member, as a paid service, whatever. So I think that's pretty cool. Besides, it's kind of entertaining, and maybe it's fun to browse through new ideas, through different projects, and to give your likes on them instead of scrolling through, I don't know, cat videos or whatever on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe more useful time spending. Yeah, and we will have a lot of other things to come, which are in the making, which are part of our marketing campaign as well. And I think in a couple of weeks, we will present a lot of new features and a glance on our platform on the first feature that people can see. So a lot of things to come, a lot of cool things to come, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Okay, great. The last question from this person is, does your project support staking, a staking program? And if yes, how does it work?
For now, it's not planned, because staking is kind of integrated in our smart contract, like mentioned before. It's this 3% redistribution and the profit shares. So we have a lot of possibilities to have passive income. And at this moment, staking is not planned because obviously it's kind of integrated, and you have a staking effect without moving your token out of your wallet.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to question number 4 from another trader. He says, I'm interested in the skills marketplace platform. Nowadays, it's hard to find trustworthy and professional partners. How does Avoteo facilitate community members to work properly and, of course, have a reliable work environment?
Well, first of all, on the skill marketplace, there will be kind of rating, like we have it on multiple platforms. Fever, for example, that's the first thing. So there is no point in scamming on people or delivering a bad job, because your rating will go down and you will never ever get another chance, because due to your KYC and wallet connection, you know exactly who this person is, and this will avoid scam. And the second thing is, if both parties want to have additional security, we provide an intermediate wallet where the person that orders uh, a certain job, they can transfer the money to this wallet, and after the job is done and the one who ordered is satisfied, he can tell us that everything is okay and the job was delivered and everything is fine, and we will transfer the funds to the party who delivered the job. So they don't have to, but we offer the security. If they want to use it, they are free to use it.
Great. Let's jump to question number 5, which again will have different questions, sub questions, but let's start with the first one. And it says, I really like the crowdfunding platform project, really revolutionary. But will the platform really perform as per required on the fact that many people might not be cooperating their votes and later creates dysfunctional outcome to the project?
Well, we believe that people who join Avoteo and will join the platform, obviously they will be voting for the projects, because I mean, giving your opinion, giving your vote, it works very well. We have seen it in many other platforms that people love to give their opinion, to give their vote, and if you get rewarded for this, why shouldn't you do that? Um, you have also profit share effect, and you have this profit share effect only if you are active, if you are voting, and if you are holding the token and using it. And if you're not voting on the platform, you will obviously get no reward. So I think yes, those people who are signing in our community, who are signing in on our platform, they will use this aspect as well because that's what it's all about. Otherwise, they would be have it would make no sense to subscribe there and to use the service. So in this case, I think there is no problem with that. I cannot hear you.
Very sorry. Very sorry for
Here
that
you
also.
are. Here you
Okay.
are back.
The second part of this question is noted the physical coin. Can we inquire more about it regarding its value?
Yeah, we have rewards for investors from a certain amount. So people who invest in the ICO from $1,000, they will receive a silver-plated coin, and people who invest $2,500 will receive a full silver coin, which is 1 ounce, 999 silver.
Hmm.
And yeah, first of all, the value will depend on the silver price in the future. So if the silver price
Yeah.
rises, the coin will be more
Yeah.
valuable. But besides this, it's a collectible from the early days. So assuming the platform will be a big success in the next years, you will have one of a limited edition coin, which will have collectible value. Plus, it will open access to certain features that will be coming up in the future. Certain events, certain, yeah, let's say, um, features that the platform will be having in the future as well. So the early investors that supported us will be rewarded, and this coin will be kind of a ticket to all these features.
Okay. Very good. That's really interesting. Now, the next question is, will the tokens be burned on every transactions? If yes, how much?
No, we have not implemented this function in the contract. Actually, we are more about building than about burning.
Hmm.
And nevertheless, part of tokens will be burned after ICO, like mentioned on our roadmap and in our white paper. All the tokens that we are not that are allocated to the ICO are not sold will be burned after the ICO finishes and before we start our first listing. So we have no burning function on every transaction, but a significant amount most likely will be burned at
Hmm.
the beginning. And then we will have, of course, government votings where every holder has the right to vote, and they may be burning events that will take place in the future. This is not excluded.
Okay. Now, let's jump into the final question from this person, which says, also notice that Avoteo will be released in full supply. Why not lock some of the tokens to maintain the high demand, low supply solution that many other projects used, which proved successful in many cases?
Well, this question is only partly true because a lot of tokens will be locked. For example, team tokens are locked for a long amount of time, almost 3 years. Like said before, the tokens from the private sale are locked, so they have a vesting period. 75% of the tokens from the second phase will be locked, they have a vesting period. And quite a number of the unsold tokens will be burned, so we will not launch at a full supply. We'll launch with a lower supply, as mentioned now. And nearly 50% of the supply will be locked for at least a period over a year, and a large part will be locked even longer.
Okay, very good. Let's jump to another question from Abhi Putra,
Yeah.
who writes. This will have two separate questions, by the way. The first one
Mhm.
is, you have amazing advisors listed on your website. Can you explain the respective implications of these advisors on the Avoteo app? More precisely, when will Avoteo start benefiting from these partnerships?
Yes, these advisors will be active after the beta release. So when we start to see first contributions, when we have the first projects that will be contributed, voted, and even funded, those guys will come to action and become active and take their part in the daily business, actually.
Okay. Now, for the second part of the question from the same person, it says Avoteo vision is to create and provide a platform that connects the best elements from different areas. To achieve this, you certainly need more partners. Who, who is the next plan? I guess that means that you will have more partners.
We have partnerships that we will announce in the future. I think the first one will be announced in the next newsletter, which is upcoming, which will be sent in the upcoming week. And we are looking for partners where we really have benefits on both sides, not just some names for marketing. And our main partner is our community. If we have, if we keep going like that, and we have the support of our community and understanding for what we're actually building, this is the partner that we need. Of course, we will be having more partnerships in the future, but we are very careful with that, and we don't partner with just anyone to have a name on our website, because it has we have the purpose of a partnership is a beneficial partnership for both sides, and this is what we are looking for.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, the last question, and for me, this is my favorite one.
All right.
It says, which one of these aspects is important or more important for you? The first, increasing token price and value. The second, empowering platform development. The third, building community trust.
Mhm.
And the fourth, expanding partnership globally. And if you can
Mhm.
explain in which order.
Well, to me personally, I cannot speak for the whole team, but I think they will agree to what I'm saying. For me personally, is most important thing is building community trust. This is the
Mhm.
reason why we are transparent. This is the reason why we are um, mostly available on any social channel, why we are trying to respond to any support email in fastest time available. I think this is something that not many projects out there can be proud of, but we are. So this is the most important thing. Secondly, of course, it's the empowering of platform development, because this is the core. This is what it's all about. This is what we are building and what we are looking forward to. And next thing is increasing the token price and value. Of course, we want to not only be transparent and be there for our community, but also to provide benefits and not to disappoint our community, and to show them that we are that they have made the right decision to trust Avoteo, to go with Avoteo. And nevertheless, we're not a pump and dump token. We're here for long term, and it will be a process. So people who are just in like for 2 weeks to get to make some access and run out, drop off again, are not the right people for this project, I think. But increasing token price and value, of course, is a goal that we have on our minds. And the last thing is expanding partnerships globally, because this is something that will result of the other 3 points. I mean, if you have a very good platform product that is working, you have a community that is strong and trusts you, and you have a token that increases in value, the partnerships will come all on its own.
Yeah, it will develop along. Great, fantastic. Well, those were the answers, the best answers we received. So, Fagan, thank you very much for addressing every single one of them.
Sure, you're
Now,
welcome.
now let's jump on with one final question that's from my side that I usually like to make here on the show.
Yes.
We know it's very hard now to forecast what's going to happen, to make a roadmap.
Mhm.
You have market conditions changing, technology, regulation, and so on. But Fagan, from your side, where would you wish the project to be in 3 years from now?
Well, of course, I agree to you fully. The market is not stable, it's changing every time. Technologies come and go, new things appear, but there is one thing that is stable all over since mankind developed on this planet, and this is progress. This is something that you can't stop. And our platform is about actually is about providing progress, providing people with visionary ideas, providing them the possibility to fulfill them. So the best case scenario that I can think of is that in 5 years from now, in 3 years from now, we have a lot of very interesting special projects, ideas that we have been funding and that we are part of, that the Avoteo family grows bigger and bigger from year to year and develops new strategies, develops new spaces, and finds new um, like possibilities to grow bigger and to achieve more people and to provide also the possibility to achieve their dreams. So this, I think, this is the vision that we share, and this is the vision that we have for our deal. And actually, there are no borders where we can develop to.
Perfect. Great. Fagan, thank you very much. It has been very, very useful, all the information you have given us. To our viewers, please remember you can learn more about the project by visiting avoteo.io. You will find the news, the token sale, the white paper, the roadmap, who's the team, the FAQs. Please get familiar with the project. It's your responsibility to learn. This was just simple insight to begin with. And now to our viewers, the rest of the journey is on you. So, Fagan, with that said, thank you very much. We truly appreciate your time. We know you're extremely busy, but it's been great to have you here in the show. We hope to see you again.
Also, too, it was a great experience to be here and to answer to all these interesting questions. It was really a great time.
Thank you, Fagan. And to our viewers, then, thank you for your time, your attention, and I'll see you in the next show. Have a great remainder of the day. Fagan, take care of yourself.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye. Have a good day.